Tonight is Leo full moon. And something I just read about it was that it's a good time to evaluate your self-limitations. So what I asked myself today was, what is the number one thing holding me back? In all areas of my life. I think that all areas of your life are related to that one thing. They all travel back there in some way. And so for me, my limitations are an old story. There's a little bit of unworthiness in there. That's a little bit of it too. Some of it is I don't have the goods. And that kind of reflects back to yesterday, right? So I reached into me and I felt like I came up empty. And it was like a scary moment. And that's the lie. The lie is whatever we have to offer always gets filled back up, always is replete, and always has more to give. And so the belief in the limitation is the lie. So I ask you today, what is your limitation that you're placing on yourself? Is it one that has to do with your body? Is it one that has to do with feeling trapped? Is it one that has to do with your professional life? Is it one that has to do within your interpersonal relationships? So I ask you to look at that today and just see how that comes out for you. So for me, always the antidote is moving my body. I felt stuck, I felt empty, so I get to work and then clarity comes. And so what clarity comes for me today? Clarity comes for me today in being unafraid to look at the things that are absolutely holding me back, to look at them, to handle them, to lay my eyes on them and to sift through them without fear. Looking at them doesn't mean I have to conquer them. Sometimes you're not ready to conquer them, but looking at them and being aware of them and then being aware when you're acting on them, that is huge. That's like steps A through Q. Changing the behavior is the rest of the alphabet, but recognizing it and then recognizing when it's acting upon you is tremendous. It's huge. So this week, I'm going to, when I encounter a difficulty, I want to look back on what limitation, what does it have to do with it? What's that linking up with? What old story of mine that doesn't serve me am I still following the script of? I'm not even going to ask myself to flip that script yet. I'm just going to ask myself to recognize. And as always, anchor it with something in your body. What's happening in those moments? Am I tightened? Am I not speaking my mind? Am I lying by omission? Where is the lie in your body? Because that way, when you recognize the physical symptom, because your ego is very sneaky, your magician is very sneaky, and the magician archetype can both be a help because it has amazing imagination and can help you push through and gives you a healthy ego to be act as if, but it also can trick you because it'll give you a million reasons why not to do something. So, again, today, just look at how the story comes up. If you can identify the story, and if you can anchor that story in your body, that's huge. That's huge. So that's what came up for me today. And I will see you tomorrow.